It's Thursday dance party, and we are obliterating obstacles. We're going to draw from here. These are your video challenges that you submitted. I'll talk about it here in a second. But first, we always start off with a little dance party because there's no point in staying safe, right? Put yourself out there. Go for it. Stretch yourself. Let your freak flag fly. Whatever it is so freeing to just be yourself and who you are, even in video. Yes. Okay. So a little bit of dance party, just a little bit. Come on, join with me. Dance at home. Nobody can see you. You can really let it go. I love it so much. Okay. All right. So what the heck are we doing? All right. Every Thursday, same time, same place, we draw from this bin. And we pick one of these pieces of paper. And on these pieces of paper are your video challenges. These are what you submitted when you joined my Facebook group and you said, what is your biggest challenge with video? They're all in here. And every week I draw one and we solve it live on air. So what are you going to get from watching this? Yours might be picked, first of all, but even so, you're all going to learn. You are going to learn from everybody else's challenges and you're going to pick up little nuggets. That is the purpose of this. That is the purpose. Okay. If first of all, two things. If you're new to me, hi, my name is Jamie Hain. I am a get on camera video coach and I like obliterating obstacles. I don't want anything to get in your way of whatever it is you're trying to do. Two, I mentioned my Facebook group. If you are watching on YouTube or on my personal profile and you are not in my Facebook group, dude, you're missing out. Come and join us. It's free. It's free. And you're going to learn all so many tips and tricks. Okay. Here's the little booger we draw. We drew. By the way, side note, total tangent. Look at how crooked my picture looks. You guys see this? Okay, those of you that know, I've moved into we moved from Texas to South Dakota. I'm in my new office. I still have lighting issues. I got to get that figured out. But look at how crooked that looks. This thing is level. I've put a level on it. I know that it's level. You can stand there and look at its level. But somehow when I'm in my video, it's crooked. I don't know how to fix it. It makes me crazy. Okay. Oh, it's a good one today. Off the cuff, unscheduled lives. Ooh, it's a good one. Okay, who can resonate with this? Who is this a challenge for? Okay, so I'm doing a whole lot of inferring in here, and I'm going to make some assumptions. But the assumptions that I'm going to make is that you're really good at a training that you do once a week, or you're really good if you have an interview show or a podcast where you bring in a guest. Like, those aren't scary. You got that because you have a plan for it. But you know what you need to be doing is grabbing your phone and going live real quick, less than 5 minutes. And those ones, those are scary. Okay. So the question that I would ask you, let me read this again, make sure I've got it. Off the cuff. Okay, somebody hold me to this because I want to come back to the impromptu element of this off the cuff word. Okay, so someone remind me. One of you that is on, I have no doubt you will remind me in the comments. I know I can count on you because I'll forget. Okay, so the little ones scare you. The question to ask is why? Why are you resistant? Why do you dread them? Why do you fear them? Why do you not do them? Really dig into that. It's like peeling back the layers of the onion. Ask yourself why and keep asking yourself why. Why? Or the other question you can ask is, so what? Okay, so whatever you come up with for the answer of why you don't do it, why you fear it, why you dread it, then ask yourself, so what? So what about that? Why is that bothering me? Why is that stopping me? Why am I letting it get in the way? Okay. I would love to know, those of you that are on with me live, or if you're watching, #replay, drop in the comments and answer that question for me, because then I can pull that into the video and then it just makes it so much better. I promise you it makes it better. Okay. Let's see what you've got. Okay. You are on a Jamie binge. I love it. I love it so much. And I love that you're excited about that, Sarah. Okay. The desk versus pick is level. Okay, so you don't see it as crooked? It looks way crooked for me. Is my camera crooked? No, okay, hold on. You might be onto something. Oh, you might be onto something. You might be onto something, Stephanie. Okay. Oh, gold star for Stephanie. Okay. Okay. Tina says, we're trying to stay focused here, people. Off the cuff is easier because I don't have time to think about it. Okay. So if that's what makes it easier for Tina, for those of you that say this is a challenge for you, it's probably the opposite of that. Okay. You like to think about it. You like to have all of the details and planned, and you like having that control. And the thought of just grabbing your phone and going, my word, what will my mouth say? Right? Oftentimes there's a disconnect between what we think and what comes out of here. Yes? Okay. I think, Tina, you may be onto something. So depending on which side of that you are on, you have different ways of overcoming this challenge. Okay. So one is, if you are dreading it, you probably need to embrace it, right? It's the thing that you fear most. That's what you need to lean into. Okay. So what can you do to overcome that? Do this. Seriously, take this idea and run with it. Take a bunch of Post-it notes or a bunch of papers or whatever else it is and write down the common problems that your people have. If you really want to make it cool, ask that question when people join your Facebook group, or do a post on Facebook and say, what is your biggest fear in X industry? Write them all down. Okay. Then go live. Just grab your phone, go live and pull one out. You can pull one out on screen like I do, or just pull it right before and just tell yourself, I'm not even going to prep. I'm just going to go. Okay. If you want to prep, because that is what scares you. If you're anything like me and you were like, oh Lord, what's going to come out of my mouth if I don't prepare this, if I don't prep this? Okay. But you want to get good at just the off the cuff, just go, right? Then tell yourself, set a timer and say, okay, I'm going to go live at 1:00. And at 5 minutes until 1:00, I'm going to come up with my topic. I'm going to get Post-it notes. I like this size because they're smaller. What are the 3 things I want to cover in this live? Write it on here and then stick them on. If you're using your computer, stick them on your computer. If you're using your phone, stick them on your phone, or stick them on the wall, like right behind your phone, so that you have a very quick roadmap. Okay. The other roadmap that you can use is what I teach inside the Go Live Challenge, which we have one coming up in July, by the way, last week in July. And that is hook, story, call to action. Okay. Story can be replaced with content. It's whatever it is of value that you're giving. But what's most important in this process is the hook and the call to action on either side of the content. Okay. Grab their attention with something compelling. Use a question. Give them the content, share the value, have a call to action at the end. Okay. There's your model. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. So some of you are going to be like, I don't want to think about it. I just want to go. Go for it. Stay on task using some of the things I've just shared. If that terrifies you, then grab some Post-it notes. 3 things. What are 3 things you're going to achieve, accomplish, share, whatever else it is inside that video? Okay, let's talk about let's see if there's some others first. Okay, hold on. So Sarah says, I'm fine if I do it that minute, but if I have a cup of tea, then I don't do it. So you talk yourself out of it. Okay, this is very much, anybody out there who is a Mel Robbins fan, this is one of her teaching principles, right? It's like a countdown. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you got to do it. If you start to think about it, you won't, because your brain's trying to keep you safe. And your brain is saying, doing this video, doing this is scary. Don't do it. And so you will come up with excuses. So sometimes you just have to go. What's the worst that can happen? Okay, this is where that so what comes in. What are you afraid of? What is stopping you? So what? Okay. You got to get clear on that, because here's the deal. If you don't get clear on that, if you don't dig and root around and figure out what it is, it's going to continue to plague you forever, even if it's unconscious, subconscious, whichever it is. Okay. Okay. Feeling judged. Okay. So the question here is there a real concern there? Has this happened to you before? Or is it just worry that someone would judge you? Here's the deal. Your videos, your posts, everything you put out on social media is like a magnet. Okay? You are a magnet. You like that? Sherry gave that to me. Thank you, Sherry. It is technically a letter U. I'm off on a tangent. The focus here is, okay, Sarah's already got it. It's silly worry. right? This whole idea of being judged is silly worry. Okay. And listen, I can say this because here's the deal. I have it too. The very first time I ever went live, I went and hid in my bed for 2 hours worrying about all the bad stuff happening. None of it happened. None of it. None of it. Okay. So yes, it's silly worry and it's stopping you in your tracks. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. The other thing that can help in this situation is to realize that what is your recovery plan? Okay. If something is scary, if there is a worry, even if it's silly, I'm worried that I'm going to be judged. Okay. I'm going to use an example that I use all the time. I'm worried Otis is going to bark during my live. That's what I worry about. I'm worried that he's going to bark. He's going to be out of control. It's going to be annoying and distracting, and I'm going to be embarrassed. And what am I going to do? No matter what your silly worry thing is, when you have a recovery plan, it's less scary. So what am I going to do if and when Otis barks? Well, I know I have a plan. Now that's not so scary. Okay, so let's use what Sarah said. Oops. Okay, so what if someone judges you? What are you going to do about it? Okay, there's a couple of different angles we can take on this. One is, how are they going to judge you that's going to be an issue? If they put a negative comment on your video, we'll delete it. Okay. If they do it multiple times, block and ban that person. You don't need them in your life. Be done with it. One of the most empowering things I do every day is block and ban. It is so freeing because I'm like, you are not supportive. I don't need this negativity in my life. And I don't care if it's my grandma. I don't need it. I'm trying to run a business here. You wouldn't come into my store and do that. So what gives you the right to do it online? You don't get to. Block and ban. Okay, so what else could be going on with the whole I'm going to feel judged? Okay, so what if somebody judges you and you don't know about it? Okay, that's where the silly worry comes in, right, Sarah? You're never going to know. You're going to waste your time worrying about what somebody is thinking or saying or doing that is not even to your face. Maybe it's to other people. Who cares? How does it change what you're doing? You're focusing on the wrong things. You're focusing on the one person who's going to say something bad or do something bad versus all of the people that love it. Okay, this takes me back to the magnet. I went on a tangent there and I got lost. What does a magnet do? A magnet does two things. It attracts and it repels. Okay, if you've ever taken two magnets, see, this is why I need another one. I need another one. I'm like on a mission to create more of these, but different colors. Wouldn't that be fun? So you got two magnets. They either attract or they repel, right? That's what your videos, your posts, everything do. You want the repel part because they're not your perfect people. They're not going to buy from you. They're not being supportive of you. You don't want them. What you want are to surround yourself with people that lift you up, that motivate you, that inspire you, that love what you're all about, that want to binge watch your stuff. Like you said in the very beginning, you want that. You want more of those. Okay. So if you have people that you are worried about are going to judge you, it's working. Celebrate that. It is working. Your magnet is working. It is tuned in. It is pushing off the people that you don't want. And it is attracting in the people that you do. Okay? All right. Hopefully that answers the question on feeling judged. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, you are so sweet. Thank you, Sarah. You're awesome. Okay, let's see what Tina says here. You are judging you. No one else is doing it. You are doing it. Simple. Don't. Like that is I do have a mic. I'm not going to drop it though. That is a mic drop moment. Love it. The other thing, the flip side of that, and you know what? Susan, who's in here in this group, she had something she posted something on her personal profile. I won't be able to pull it up fast enough, but you guys go check out Susan. Her post said something about if people are judging you and they're saying the bad things, it's them. They're talking about themselves. They're not talking about you. She does a much more brilliant job of saying it than I just did. So I'll go and find it. Okay, let's see what else. Okay, Sarah's got it. They're not your tribe. Bye-bye. You got it. Okay. So for those of you that are still hanging here with me, we are talking about how do you be off the cuff, non-scheduled lives. So I want to talk a minute about why you should be doing these, why they are important, and a little bit of the impromptu part of it. Okay. Let's start with the latter first. I think so often we aspire to be able to just grab the phone and go without planning, that we want our videos to feel like that. Well, guess what? I think it's Mark Twain said, even the most impromptu speech takes 3 weeks to prepare. You make it seem and feel like it's impromptu. You don't actually do it impromptu unless you have that gift. I don't have that gift. I can't just go. I have to prepare, or I'm a bumbling, I go all over the place on tangents, like is what happens inside of these. When I draw, none of this is planned. It can't be. So you get me as I am. This is me as authentic as I can be. But in my other videos, they are planned, even if they seem impromptu. The key is to pull in impromptu moments inside that video. That's why I always tell you guys, bullet points. Don't script out. Okay, bullet points. So then you can just be free with it and go wherever it takes you, but you have a model, a plan, an outline that you're following. Okay. Now, why is this important to do these? Here's what I think. Here's where it's most important. It's most important on your personal profile. Because what you should be doing, if you followed me last month, we talked about how do you use your personal profile for business. And if any of you are watching this and you didn't see that series and you want the links, just message me and I will give them to you. Okay. You can also find them inside of Guide 2 inside the Facebook group. You should be regularly adding new friends to your personal profile. And the friends that you are adding are people who might be your perfect person, might be somebody who inspires you, that you want to collaborate with, that you want to partner with, that lifts you up, that pushes you to do more. Those are the friends that you are trying to assemble inside your personal profile. You need those new people to get a sense of who you are. And they don't want to watch an hour-long training. They won't. It's too long. I just met you. I don't know anything about you. So these short, quick videos are a great way for people to get a sense of who you are and what you do. Okay. I would say less than 5 minutes. If you can get it down to 2 or 3 minutes, even better. You want to drop little nuggets. You want them to get little teeny nuggets where they go, oh my gosh, I love her. She's so great. That's so insightful. That's so important. I need more of her. I want to go binge watch everything that she's got. So those short, quick, they feel like off the cuff, but it may just me. I grab my Post-it notes and I put 2 or 3 things down on paper. And that's what I covered. Okay. So what questions do you all have about this topic? So this is how do I be better at those off the cuff, non-scheduled lives? Okay. We talked a little bit about planning for those. We talked a little bit about talking about why you're avoiding and dreading and hiding from that. We talked a little bit about that whole idea around impromptu and how to make it feel like it's more impromptu. We covered a lot. We go a lot of different places based on one little bitty note. Okay. So there are questions you have. If I didn't get to this for you, if you're like, no, you missed this big piece, drop those in the comments. Even after this video is over, I'll come back and answer, or message me and say, I saw your video on this and I got a question. Okay. All right. I want to do a very quick thing. I want to just talk about Beyond the Camera, which is my show, my twice monthly show. My guest tomorrow, Friday, is Eden, and Eden is going to share her social media strategy with us. I'm super excited about this because I know from talking to many of you that social media is hard in general. And how do you just come up with a strategy? How do you put all the parts and pieces together? She's going to share her strategy. She's actually going to go live here in a little bit, introduce herself and give you a little bit of a warm up so you can kind of meet her and see what she's all about. But she's also going to do this. She's going to see if any of you want a free social media audit. Now, I will tell you, when she offered this to me, my first thought was, oh, me. But I'm going to resist because I want you guys to get that. Here's the deal. She has something where she gives one of these away. So it's one of those where she has a post and everybody who comments on the post gets entered to win, and she draws one and she does a social media giveaway. So you don't want to miss that. But this is a huge but. For those of you that are in the Go Live League, she's going to do them for free. However many we can get done in an hour that we have together. What? Okay, so for those of you that are in the Go Live League, if you want one of these spots, if you commented on the post, I did a post earlier today that said, who wants one? If you commented on there, I'm going to go in order, and that's who we're going to start with on that call tomorrow, okay? If you're sitting back and you're going, I'm not in the Go Live League, come and join us. It's $1. Your first month is $1. You can leave after that if you want, but I don't think you will because there's so much good stuff in there. It's $33 a month after that, okay? So those of you that want a free social media audit from Eden, this is huge. I can't believe she's going to do this. And then I asked her, I said, well, what do you want me to do in terms of time frame? Like, you want me to limit this? And we only do like a couple. And she's like, I'll do them all day, all afternoon. I was like, all afternoon? I can't let her do that. So we're limiting it to 1 hour. Okay. All right. Those of you, if you are like, what is this Go Live League? I don't even know what you're talking about. Let me know. I'm happy to drop you a link or message me and I'll talk to you about it. Okay. All right. That's tomorrow at 12 Central is the live show. That's free for everybody. And then immediately afterwards, which will be about 12:30 Central time, those of you that are in the Go Live League, we go over to Zoom and that's where the social media audits will happen. Okay. All right. So wrapping up, we are talking about, this is a video challenge, off the cuff, non-scheduled lives. I hide from them. I dread them. I don't do them. They're so important to your social media strategy. How is that for a tie-in to be on the camera? They're so important because it gives people a taste. It's like we've been talking about in everything that we're doing this month, we've been talking about purpose statements. And I use the analogy about movie trailers, okay? A purpose statement is like a movie trailer for your video, okay? You go to the movies, you're sitting here with your spouse, and you're going, oh, that looks good. That looks good. We should go see that. Oh, that looks horrible. Why would they even make that movie? Okay. That's the whole point of the movie trailer, is to decide whether or not I want to go and see that movie. Your purpose statement is the same thing for your viewers. Why do I want to watch this particular video? Okay. Now, when we bring in and we talk about these off the cuff, short, non-scheduled lives, these are like movie previews for the bigger event. Get to know me, get a little nugget, learn something from me, be blown away, get a win in 2 or 3 minutes, maybe 4. And now I want to go binge watch you. I want to watch everything that you have. I want to come to a workshop. I want more because you helped me have a win in this little teeny tiny video. That's what you're trying to do. That's why you do it. Why you're avoiding it, that's what we got to talk about. Okay. I'm going to wrap us up. Thank you all for being here. We do this every Thursday, same time, same place. We always start with a dance party. We should end with a dance party. Why did I not think about this? Okay, we're going to go back to it. We're going to go back to it. All right. Thank you all for being here. Thanks for joining me on a Thursday. It's almost the end of the week. It's almost the weekend. I hope you're having a wonderful week. I hope you've had great success with all of your videos. Thanks for being here. Talk to you soon. Bye, guys.